All right, let's go. What's going on, family? How are you? How are you? How are you? Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Just thought maybe I'd open up a little live day trading here. Turn on some vibes. And let's see if maybe we can catch a trade. If not, that's cool. Maybe we just watch the market together, but thought I would just open this up for a little bit. So we got a gap down per expected here. First 1 minute candle opened up here. Right down to a big psychological level of 6,800 on MES. I personally trade MES. NQ just a little bit too volatile right now, so maybe can catch a quick 5 points or so. Let me check on everybody. What's going on? What's going on? There we go. Cool. All right, first 3 minutes here. Nice big wick there per usual. Right off 6,800. That was a quick 20 points there. Got a big gap here to fill. See if we can maybe get back above that 68.30, but not really forced to take a trade tonight. We do have our stock sermon Sunday, which is our weekly market analysis. Thought I would just hang out here with everybody for a little bit. See what gold's doing here. Rolling, not really interested in that volatility right now. Could just be scalping the pops on gold back down, to be honest with you, but not even in the first 5 minutes of the Sunday open. So we got a psych level above on gold at 5,400. Looks like it wicked off there at the top here. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Happy Sunday. I don't know how long I'll stay in here to watch the future session, get ready for our weekly market analysis, but thought I would, that'd be just kind of cool just to, for those that are not inside of our trade room, inside of Leverage University, to be able to just kind of see my walkthrough of the future session. And if there's a trade, cool. If there's not, that's cool too. I personally have a kind of a rule of thumb. I really don't trade the Sunday price action. But there was a lot going on over the weekend, obviously. So think we're a little bit oversold on MES. I mean, I could definitely probably scalp 5-10 points here or there, but I've had a great day. What up? What up? Take a trade with you. Yes, I am. Beautiful. Trading some futures tonight, maybe, potentially. Just moving this stuff around. My bad. My bad. Don't want to trade against gold, but I do like that anytime there's a psych level there up against that 5,400. I am on a 1 minute time frame. I can check on MNQ just really quick. Wow, that was pretty nice on gold. We're going to have a large gap in the morning. So anyone obviously in our trade room, I know I'll have some people that are rewatching this. So if you want to join us tomorrow inside of Leverage University, there's a trial link. You're more than welcome to click down below. It's $25 for 7 days. Come in and check us out. But yeah, this will help us read the market for tomorrow as well. This is interesting right here. I kind of like that 68.30 holding up with that nice candle there. I might take a little bit of that 68.30 for some buys. See if we can get a little squeeze into this gap for MES. I'll add to it if I can get a break of 68.35. Very, very volatile. Got to keep tight stops here. Just trying to see if we can get a little bit of a short squeeze out of this. Above that 68.30. Still getting wicked off of there. For anyone rewatching, I typically like to have roughly 10, 15 points with maybe a 5-point stop loss. So we're sitting right at 69.29 right now. So 68.25. I'm going to go ahead and set that stop just in case something crazy happens. Sell stop 68.25. Just in 3 micros. Very light on this Sunday. See if we can get this push here. I like this candle right there on that 1 minute. I was trying to see if we can get that equal push. If I can get a break, come on. I want one big break, then I'll drag my stops. Entry was at 68.32. Not the best entry there, but expecting more weakness here. I might get stopped out. Still holding up pretty well there. All right, that's a nice hold. All right, that's nice. A little bit more push than that. I'm on a 1 minute candle, so I got to expect a little bit of volatility. Nothing crazy, but seeing that I don't have, I usually don't trade on Sundays personally. I just like to keep very, very tight stop. I wanted to kind of do what I wanted to do right away. Check on MNQ. Nice little partial gap fill there. Gold. Gold might have a little bit of a pullback, which might help MES and MNQ. Bit of a short squeeze here. Okay, nice. Getting a push up into the 68.40s here. Okay, again, looking for about 10 points. You're welcome to take some profits if you want to there. Nice little quick scalp. About 5 points here. So 10 points would be for my entry right about 68.42. I'm going to move my stops just a little bit, just to protect, just in case something crazy happens. 68.28 to the bottom of that 1 minute candle there. If I can get past the 68.40s, might add 2 more to get to 5 micros. Just doing a half a mini. So I don't want to add anything right here. Not really a big fan of that. I don't want it to wick me out, so I'm going to drag the stop just a little bit underneath that wick. 68.27. Yeah. If you took profits on that, you should have been green on that trade, but I was trying to let it squeeze and play out a little bit more. But again, playing a little bit of counter trend here, so I want to de-risk on the size. We already gapped down tremendously here, so I was trying to get at least maybe quarter of the gap, which it kind of did. We already moved from 68.12 to, people already got the bottom tick there, so they're probably trimming profits. Yeah, probably get stopped out here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Stopped out for 5 points there. Probably shouldn't have moved my stop because it's probably going to wick back up, but gold's super volatile here. Probably only need 1 micro on gold. Took some L on Friday. Pretty much gave all Thursday back. So just transparency. Probably should have just taken those 8 points or whatever it was and just said, "Hey, nice trade on a live YouTube." But to me, that wasn't really worth it. I was looking for my trade idea to go to 10 points, 5-point stop, usually 15. I don't want to just jump in the downside just because. I may try to retest and then see if we can do like maybe a double bottom or something like that. I think we're just a little bit oversold personally. But let me scan out a little bit here. Yeah, got underneath that 68.40. As you can see, just down here into the close to that 6,800, in my opinion, just very trappy down there. I'm gonna give it 30 minutes here, and then I'm gonna take a little break and then jump on our Sunday market analysis. If y'all want to keep trading, you're more than welcome to. First 15-minute candle is finished up. Very equal weight here. For any of my Leverage University members that trade futures, I think personally you could lower the risk size and just see that gap fill, in my opinion, with lighter size. But all right, still getting some buys off this 68.25 here. I still like that 68.30 level, but it's not getting any push off of it. And I really don't want to switch to gold. I mean, it could be pretty nice for some quick scalping, but didn't get in yet. Yeah. Just 3 contracts for me, so I'd say preserve your capital and preserve your accounts. I think, like I said, I like trading the indices during New York session. I think it's just a lot cleaner. I can look at SPY a lot easier. But hey. I feel like the first 1 minute candle was just super nice. Just jumping on that quick liquidity grab, like right off the open. It was a quick like 20 points, even on gold. 5,400 back to, I was like 30 points there. MES off the lows here, 6,800 back to, I was about 20, 30 points there. Anywhere in here, I believe it's just going to be kind of sideways and chop. So, but maybe some of y'all took that little trade and got a nice little scalp. I should have moved my stops to break even. There's no reason I should have taken a loss there, but it was only like, I think $60 or something. Yeah, 15 times 5. Still like that 68.30 level. I wonder if gold could be nice with like maybe one contract, one micro to 68.60. Back to the downside. Hmm. I feel like just gold is just going to be super strong. All right, getting a little bit of direction here. I'm trying to see a correlation between gold and MES, MNQ. Kind of getting that correlation of that MNQ getting stuck underneath those 800s. It's pretty decent there. If I can see MNQ may switch to the sells underneath 68.30. May have some sells up instead on MES and MNQ. I like that MNQ is underneath that 800. Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. Some sells on MES. Yeah. I don't like that it's oversold. I don't like that. And if this doesn't go correct, then still a trade idea. Kind of using that 68.30 and those that NASDAQ 800s. Again, you don't have to take a trade if you don't want to. Again, I'm going lighter size here. Entry was at 68.24. Just like how that MNQ is rejecting underneath those 800s and clear underneath that VWAP. Again, still not a big fan of the oversold gap down, but I'll give it a shot. Probably better to trade gold during this time, but may get a little bit of a push here. Again, seeing may only get like 5 points on this this type of price action. So again, this is me just scalping, taking quality little setups here on the 1 minute. And I think the big trade will be during our New York session and probably while I'm asleep, to be honest with you, or while I'm on the weekly analysis. Really don't want it to clear back above 30s, so I'll keep a stop loss there. First trade was a nice trade, nice entry. We entered right there at the 68.28 level. Got a nice push into 39, almost 40. So roughly about 8 points or something there. Just did not take profit. So if this pops off this level and holds off these 25s, then and wicks me out at 30, then yeah, I think I'm done for this session. Y'all got to see me lose roughly about $120, so nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. If anyone's watching this and they have not traded before and you're just checking in, you're not even a part of our community at all or anything like that, or never seen me before at all, just understand that there's a trade idea for every time frame. There we go. Nice. Trade idea for every time frame. Here, my objective was to scalp the 1 minute here. I'm not really a big proponent of this type of price action. I like trading New York session personally because I also trade options, so it's just a lot easier to follow SPY. I like that breakdown there. Let's see if this next 1 minute candle can get some continuation here. Target would be down into roughly the 68.15. It'd be roughly a 10-point push there. Here's that point again where, just like in options, y'all know, I haven't really been getting that continuation, have been getting great entries and then looking for continuation. Doesn't matter if it's a 15-minute, 1 minute, 5 minute. But that's just been my name in the game lately. It's like, great entry, we're up. And then no continuation. And then I'm just not willing to widen the stops personally on this type of volatility that we've been having lately. So what's been happening is this, it gives me a nice push and then the stop is maybe a little bit too tight, but haven't really been asking for much, to be honest with you. I mean, if I'm on a 1 minute, I get that type of push and, I think it might happen here. I'm looking for, maybe if you look at that as a retest there, looking for 25s rejecting right now. Take out 20s, right? There's 5 points there. And then just one little quick little push down into these lows again to retest them. That would be a nice 10-point trade there on 3 contracts. Really not trying to do too much. Let me see what M&Q is doing. If it's rejecting those 800s, getting underneath that VWAP there. I do like that. That should accelerate MES a little bit. I don't see many MES traders or ES traders typically. It's a lot of NQ, a lot of gold, which is fine. I've found that the 5 points for micro per point is really nice, and the volatilities in this type of market has been really nice. So really comfortable with ES or MES here. All right. Entry was at 24, 68.24. We're up about close to 5 points here. This is where I start to get really interested in dragging my stops to break even here. So I'm not really interested in adding more either. For anyone in our trade room, always asking Vince, adding more. I think just the session in general, my objective was just to take, maybe some scalps, quality trades here and go ahead and get it. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? All right. I suspect we're in the lows. That makes sense. I mean, we've already gapped down. I don't expect, us to flush, immediately. But again, just like that, I mean, just immediate wick there. I'm going to drag the stop, just a little bit here, just in case some kind of crazy green pop comes in. And for those wondering on options, I do not scalp on the 1 minute. It's just in futures that the 1 minute is pretty lucrative with this volatility. So usually I'm not on the 1 minute scalping for options trading. So if I can get a takeout of these lows, if I can get back underneath the 20s here, if I can get that, I'll go ahead and just move my stop to break even. One more big push here. No reason to take two little red trades when you're green on live. There you go. It's nice. I'll just move that to break even. If I get wicked out, that's fine. Brian, why wouldn't you just take this profit right here? You could, but again, like my engine, more than 5 points, what's the point of, in my opinion, I mean, scalping 4 point moves? You can if you want to, and probably get wicked out right here. But this was cool to hang out with everybody. Hopefully y'all enjoyed just talking through the market, seeing it, especially for those that may want to come to the channel and actually see like how a person talks through their trades. Maybe you like the tonality, maybe you like the calmness. Pretty chill to learn during these times. So I've moved my stop to in profit slightly, as you can see, moved it to the 68.23s. Looking to get about 10 points on this, so that my target would be roughly 68.14, 68.15. If you're trading anything else, MES, M&Q, yeah, pretty much the same trade. For anyone that is, again, new to myself as well, I typically trade options. But with this volatility, I also do trade futures when seeing an opportunity. But yeah, my strategy here is typically around 10 to 15 points. If we can catch a big move, then I will leave runners. Or if I see a big gap fill or something like that, I think we can catch typically, at least on MES, roughly 30 to 50 points plus. So right now, approaching that first target. And again, as you can see, I don't set my stop losses immediately. Personally, for me, I like to give it a little bit of breathing room. If my entry is on point and I see price action respecting its level, and then I go ahead and set my stop. For me personally, I just have it mentally that I want to have about 15 10, 15 points, ideally on roughly 5. If I get up to a full mini, I think, if y'all see my funded on Top Step X video, you're like, how is this man trading 3-4 minis on ES? It's because it wasn't as much volatility, so I could catch a quick move without being wicked out. So now I've switched it to just micros on MES. So pretty cool here. This is what I'm wanting to see. Getting off that 25. And I'm having to get ready for my Stock Sermon Sunday, our weekly market analysis. So what I'll do is I'll probably go ahead and just take this. Not much here. As you can see, it's only $60 or so. We caught, 5 points there. And if I get wicked out here, then it is what it is. But looks like it's staying below those 25s on ES or MES here. 68.25. So I do like that. Back below VWAP, maybe a little bit of a bear flag. So my intention was more downside. I did understand that the market is weak due to obviously the war going on. So I was expecting that. But my first trade here on this little bull flag was just a counter trend trade for maybe a little bit of a gap fill there, just for risk to reward. Once I got a little bit of confirmation that we were potentially trending back down to retest the lows, then I was looking for the actual trade with the trend trade here, which is the downside. Let's see if we can follow our trade plan here for the recording. See if we can get that entry was 68.24. See if we can get those full 10 points here. And I always get asked, if there's any beginners on here, how do you make more money? This was a quality trade, in my opinion. And the way to make more money, the way to make your $500-$600 in 2-3 minutes, or your $1,000, is just to add more contracts, right? Just add more contracts. So on MES, here we go. Nice trade there. So beautiful. I'll go ahead and take it. What I'll do is just take 2 and then sell. Let's go here, buy, make sure you're clicking the right thing. All right, got one runner in left. And what I'll do is I'll just move my stop for the last one and keep it right at this wick high here at the 23s, just in case something happens. Cool hanging out with y'all. I will get ready for our Stock Summer Sunday, grab some water, and get ready for that. If you enjoyed this, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the trade ideas, it's not necessarily, some people think it's about the money. It is, but talking through it, walking through it, formulating a trade idea on different time frames, watching price action is, in my opinion, the best lesson for any level. Advanced, beginner, intermediate, it does not matter. You're essentially managing risk. And as long as you're taking a quality trade, the money will come. So let me know if y'all enjoyed that. If you'd like to see more, maybe we'll do more of these for about 15 to 30 minutes on Sundays. And if you'd like to join us inside of our community for a trial, you're more than welcome to down below. All right. So again, the only way to make more money with this is just to simply add more position size and add more contracts. But with this type of price action, with news and volatility going on, really wasn't willing to add a bunch until the New York session for me personally. So cool. I'll mention the boot camp that we got coming up March 14th, 15th on our Stock Sermon Sunday. Pretty cool here. So maybe I can pull it up really quick just so y'all can see. Pretty dope there. Haven't run one of these in a while, but let me see. Where is it? There we go. Okay, got stopped out of that. So y'all can see this right here. right there. So we'll mention it more, but our Leverage University, the Edge Boot Camp is what we're going to call it. Options and futures. We're going to talk about those for 2 days, a virtual event live. This is an early bird special there. We'll talk about it more on our Stock Sermon Sunday, but just want to give value here first, as always on the YouTube channel. But I know a lot of people are either wanting a little bit more, like how does that happen? I want to learn strategies, all that kind of stuff. This goes for anyone in our Leverage University membership as well, inside of our trade room and our live trading. If you need a little bit more and you're just not willing to do one-on-one or our mentorship, I think this will be a great option for you. So March 14th, 15th, Saturday and Sunday, it'll be roughly about 3 hours or so each day. Ask questions, you'll have recordings, all that good stuff. So we are going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks. So this will be, I'll talk more about it on our live. All right, cool. Let me check the chat. Make sure everyone would love more. Yeah. Awesome. That was fire. Cool. Appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all soon. I'll see y'all in about 15 minutes or so. All right. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye.